If not, you don't have a choice.
Welcome to the Hearth.
What's up?
Hello,
Late night Hearth.
everybody.
All right.
Hey guys, cheese is just a loaf of milk.
Shut up, Tony.
Shut up,
I
Tony.
hope you guys had
Cool,
a good.
I'm clipping that.
All right. So, just a reminder for everyone who is watching right now, we are still doing a fundraiser for heart support. It's in the link in the below, and also in the about section. It's titled Hearth Support. Heart Support is an organization that it's an online community that helps with mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, eating disorders, anything and everything you can think of under that umbrella. So if you want to go donate to them, you can donate to the fundraiser below. It all goes to them. Everything from the fundraiser goes to them. Nothing touches our hands. So, just to let you guys know. Alright, getting into it, we're going to just talk about our week, and then we're going to get into a few bits later on, and then we're going to talk about a creepypasta. Or we're gonna have a creepypasta story by read by our friend Brandon, I believe.
Yes.
Alright, so let's get into it. Jason, how was your week?
It was good.
Yeah? Every week we do this. You're like, yeah, it's good, and then you don't continue.
Crazy happened, same old.
Yeah. Anything changed with your business teacher or your economics teacher or whatever it is?
Nothing really. Just lectures. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
How about you, Ryan? How are you doing?
I'm okay. I mean, my
Yeah.
dad just got new carpeting.
Yeah,
Which
he
is
also
nice.
got a
We've
new
had-
boat, didn't he?
We did. We got a new boat. Her name is Darla.
Her name. Ah, I see.
It is named after the character from the Little Rascals.
He didn't.
My
name
dad,
her, right?
my dad told me this. I did not know this, which means I'm not as much of a boomer as you guys think I am. So
How the
fuck
fuck
you.
you know the boat is female?
Because
That's
the name
just-
Darla is literally printed on the boat.
Well,
Brandon.
also,
Pretty cool.
in English, you call ships she and her. They have female
Exactly.
pronouns. All right, I'm just adding a noise gate to myself
Yes.
so you guys can't hear my fan in the background. All right, that seems to be fine.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else happen? How's school? The regular questions.
Well, I'm getting help with statistics.
Nice.
My cousin TJ. My cousin TJ is a math genius.
Okay.
He's not listening to this, but TJ, what's up?
You
Shout out
can
to my boy.
clip it and send it to him later.
But yeah, it's been really helpful actually.
Nice. Just let me have a moment. Chameleon178, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I hope you enjoyed the content. Anyway, let's get back to it. So it's like the wind screeches with your voice. Is it actually?
Guys, he's an airbender.
I'm an airbender. Guys, I have to run from
Banshee.
the fire. I have to run from the Fire Nation. They're coming for me.
Technically, the pressure of the atmosphere, or the standard pressure of the air, does bend with sound waves.
Whoa,
So,
that's how we hear, guys. If you didn't know how we hear.
Technically, everybody is an airbender.
Nerd.
No, only musicians are airbenders.
No. We're straight
Yes.
Yeah.
Musicians
I mean,
are
all of us-
airbenders.
all of us-
Musicians are airbenders, and
Not denying it, I'm just
and
saying.
artists are lightbenders.
I mean, hey, all of us in this call are musicians.
Yeah.
Is everyone? Is Dan a
Yeah, Dan
musician?
plays piano. Dan plays piano.
And they also sing.
I wouldn't call myself an expert. I've written some songs before.
We didn't say expert. We said musician.
It's good enough.
No,
As
but
long as it's above 50%, you're good.
I don't feel like that's right.
It's
I
not.
don't. I
That's
don't
being
think
an ass.
that's right.
In most classes, 50%
is
is
failing.
math.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
said
super-
above 50%.
Yeah. Still, like
That's still
you
failing.
at least have to
Wait,
have a
wait,
60.
That's like a super low D.
Yeah.
Well,
Or like an F.
above 50 is a vague statement.
Yeah, above 50 technically could be at 100, but like that doesn't help
Exactly.
your case now, does it?
No, but do I care? Not really.
Oh my god. I hope the wind screeching isn't that bad. I can turn down my fan. Continue talking about your week while I walk over to my fan.
Bye, Eric.
And
I mean, I'm done. I'm done.
Eric
so.
would later be found stuck
Eric,
to his fan.
all right.
Tony, how was your week?
All you hear is like a
all
distant
right, Tony,
scream.
how was your week?
God, I was gonna say all you hear is like a distant scream, and you just hear the fucking fan blades hitting stuff, and you realize, everyone realizes, I think Eric got sucked into his fan. Like no matter how small it is, it just gets.
Speaking of suck into a fan, I think I put my fans on the top of my case on wrong. I think they're intake, and I want them to be output. But exhaust, whatever. Input, output, intake, exhaust, same thing. But the front ones are intake, which means my radiator has the coldest air possible. By the way,
Nice.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're gonna get back to you, and then I'm gonna talk about the updates to my computer. If you didn't watch that stream earlier, there was a stream of me screwing around with my computer, adding a new cooler. So Tony,
It was earlier today.
Yeah, it was actually more like an hour ago.
Seriously?
That's
You only
I
ended
just,
up
I
got
just
done like an
finished-
hour ago.
Yeah, I got
Dude,
finished an hour ago.
Dude, I left to freaking go to like HEMA or Sword
Yeah.
Club rather.
Yeah, but that was
And-
at like 6.
And I came. We finished up, right?
Yeah.
And me and some friends went to get pizza.
Yeah.
I came back, took a shower. Like 10 minutes later, we're on here. It seriously took you that long to install a RAD?
Well, I had multiple issues happen.
Well,
So
that means-
one of the issues was I was gonna install first off, I had to deal with I also installed 2 more fans, and I worked on my cable management. So there was that.
Yeah, I can see how that takes a long time.
But I also was going to do a top mounted rad, but I couldn't fit it in because my motherboard has like this little thing that pops off of it. So
Rip.
So then I was like, technically the front let me speak. The front mounted rad with cable or with hoses down or tubes down, front mounted rad is the most efficient way of a liquid cooler, right? Because it's intake and the air is at the part where it needs to be, right? Because believe it or not, there's air within your liquid cooler, and you don't want it where the pump is. You want it at the top of the radiator, or if you have it on the top of your PC, you want it at the level of the radiator. So technically, that's the most efficient place for a rad.
Ah,
Yeah.
What?
Cool.
The more you know.
yes, and I'll take note.
Also, I'm streaming right now. I'm running Discord. I'm running Streamlabs, and I'm sitting at 32 degrees Celsius on my CPU.
Oh, dude, that is such a feel good moment. Like I cannot tell you how freaking cold my CPU was when whatchamacallit, when I first put the like rad in, or like the liquid cooling thing. My freshly booted PC was idling at 22 degrees Celsius.
It's so nice, isn't it?
I know. I told you this was a good way. But
My
air cooling is also
PC
a good way.
is running at 38, and I don't have a liquid cooler.
Can I get Specky on? Hold on.
Well, what cooler are you running?
Me?
No, Brandon, what cooler are you running?
I'm using the stock fans,
Ew.
and it's 39 degrees Celsius.
But water
right
cooler like fails after like 2 years.
No. Not if you treat it right. If you treat your liquid cooler correctly, it can last up to 10 years.
Why did you
Pet
see
it
this?
and give it compliments. It'll work.
No. You have to do front mounted radiator, hose down. That is it. And then it runs for 10 years. That's it.
I have mine on top mount.
Top mount with
With
top mount
with
also works like that.
with two static pressure fans on it, and I have like 6 static pressure fans on the thing.
As someone with only a potato laptop, I'm sorry, Chameleon.
I felt that. I guess going back to my week, because I know we kind of got off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Look, how many weeks have we been doing this podcast when I've been at college?
A while now. We've been at least 5 episodes.
It has been 10 weeks.
So
Damn.
at least 10 episodes.
There is genuinely nothing else going on in my life. I just sit here, do work, play games, then go out sometimes, get food, shop for food. Then weekends are more interesting, but it's really just archery and HEMA.
Okay.
But so
He
today,
stabs people on the weekends.
yeah. So today I actually learned that I have a paper I need to write next week.
Oh, fun.
And that was like the I was looking on Canvas. I'm like, I wonder when this paper is like when the next paper is gonna be. Turns out it's this next week, or next week. And my fucking heart sank. I'm like, God damn it! I hate writing these. And apparently we have to write a third one over a break, sort of. Well, not really. No, like it's like for finals. So like when we go back, we still have one kind of due. But it was titled like self-reflection paper. But
Okay.
I'm not sure what it entails.
Does it entail reflecting on yourself?
I mean, I don't know what the criteria would be. Anyways.
Yeah. Maybe it's like how did you change during quarantine or something like that? I'm just taking a wild stab in the dark at this point.
Or like how has college been? I guess this entire semester, either back at our school or whatever.
Yeah.
It's honestly, I really wish that we have courses. I wish that we had courses in person, because the entire reason why I came down to college was because it said all my courses were hybrid, but not once have I gone in for an in-person class in 10 fucking weeks.
That sucks.
Which I'm pissed at. Not necessarily the professors, but kind of the school, sort of.
Yeah. That's not a hybrid class. You're just paying for a dorm for no reason at that point.
I mean, the experience is good. I get to see all my friends down here. I'm paying for that, I guess.
You're paying to see your friend. That's saddest.
So
You can hang out with us for free, man.
yeah, I know, and that's what I'm doing. But I'm just gonna say a little something to the president of the college here.
Oh boy, here we go.
You know,
There we go.
yeah, I shook your hand freshman
5.
year. I shook your hand freshman year. Yeah, fuck you, dude.
Oh my god.
You greedy fucking bastard. Anyways,
I pay $60,000 to see my friends.
he is dude. Do you know what his yearly salary is?
What?
He is the highest paid employee in Virginia.
Why?
It is like 7 digits.
Jesus.
7 or 8 digits. It's fucking ridiculous. In the middle of a pandemic, I know. It's insane. Like, I know we had the option to, to stay home and stuff, but I was told hybrid. I guess that's on the professors. By the way, they're like awesome. Like I love all my professors, but I would have rather been told confidently that we're going to have actual in person or online. And man, there's so much fucking bullshit that I can rant about on this. but it's I don't know. I just can't get into it. Let's move on to someone else.
All right, Brandon, how was your week?
Me?
No, the other Brandon.
Oh yes. My week was pretty extravagant.
Ah, yes.
Ooh,
Do
extravagant.
tell.
Doing
Yeah.
fancy words now, are we?
Yes. Well, first off, I had a test on Wednesday.
Ooh.
So it was an online test. I had to go up to university the same day. So that sucked. This is also my dad was like, "Okay, you can just use the conference room. No one's gonna bug you in there." 5 minutes into the test, a girl walks in. It says like, "Son, we're gonna have a meeting here in 5 minutes. You have to leave." Fuck. So I have to.
Told her no, I'm taking a test.
Fuck
So
off.
I'm like, "Oh shit. Well, how do I like move somewhere else
Usually you use your legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
without the teacher like thinking that I'm like
You
cheating or
physically
some shit?"
stand up and walk somewhere else.
So I had to like hurry up, like move to like other place, like try to get this done with like
Yeah.
15 off the clock. It was like brutal, but I think I
Sounds
did
like
pretty
it.
okay. Um,
I have a few stories with including Brandon from this week.
Oh,
Uh,
yay.
let me tell the story that we had because why
Oh,
not?
I want to tell my perspective afterward.
So today I was literally like taking a class, doing some stuff, and then Eric calls me right in the middle of it, and he was like, "Hey,
Can
Brandon,
Yeah.
you want to go on a ride?" I'm like, "A ride? What? Oh, okay. I have a class going on, but sure.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Sure."
Okay, so I called Brandon, right? Because I had errands to run, and I was like, well, you know, it'd be fun if I had someone to chat to while I went into the record store and told them, hey,
Can
I
I
want to
interrupt?
exchange all these, right?
Because you texted me first.
Yeah, I did, and you said no, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, because I was driving, A, and B, I had shit to do.
So
Right, text and
I-
drives confirmed.
I call
I
Brandon.
have Bluetooth.
Good.
I call Brandon, and I'm like, hey, do you want to ride? And I hear Brandon's in the car currently. And Brandon says, no, I'm in a class. It didn't register at the moment. But then later that day, it hit me. And I look at him and I'm like, were you driving around while in a class? And
Yes.
he tells me, yes, with confidence. It's
Brandon,
a lecture.
what the
I don't need
fuck?
to look at it. I just need to listen to it.
Brandon, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not.
No. But I did get home as soon as I could to listen to the rest of the lecture.
You literally, after I called, it was 10 minutes. You couldn't have entered the door with the time that the lecture ended.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
All right. So I was in the lecture, and then he calls me again. As soon as he hangs up from that, the lecture ends. I'm like, okay, let me try to call this guy. And then like a half an hour later, he finally calls me back and said, "Hey, let's do this." I'm like, "Okay, sounds cool." So we make it over there, and it turns out we're not going on a ride. We're actually going on a hike
Yeah.
around Tyler.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, let's go on a hike around Tyler. So
So I look
we
at
go
Brandon.
around. He takes you to this like one place. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I found this trail. I was like, oh wait, this is one of the trails I used to run. Let's go ahead and try to go on it. I literally take him around the entire fucking park without even thinking about it.
Yes, he did.
Because
he did do that.
Because I've ran. This is like trails that I've ran on before. I'm not sure if anyone from like cross country years is across 60 is talking to me right now. Is here?
No, no
in which
one's
case,
from
hello.
cross country is currently talking to you.
Or
Hi.
currently like in the in chat. I mean, but we went around like the art museum, around like Bertha, nature.
Yeah. Speaking of the art museum,
That was like a thing.
so
And
I
the
was.
part about the art museum,
We
we
were.
seen the thing.
We were.
Bucks County Community
Yeah,
College.
we were in the middle of the woods, and Brandon's like, "Oh, I think the art museum's up here," and I'm like, "Is your pastime finding art museums in the middle of forests? What art museum? Like we're literally like on a beaten trail, like in the middle of the forest." He's like, "Oh, the art museum's up here." Turns out we found private property. We found someone's house in the middle of the forest.
Private property is what Brandon considers the art museum.
And I look at
Go to
Brandon.
their homes and look at all the decorations.
I look at
in the
Brandon.
house.
I look at Brandon, and I'm like, Brandon, that's a barn, not an art museum. And he's like, no, it's past this. And I trust him. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then it's starting to get dark, and the park closes at sundown. And at this point, I'm looking, where the hell are we? And we're coming up over the hill, and I see these lights. And I look at Brandon, look at the lights, look at Brandon, and I say, Brandon, we are closer to my house than we are to my car. and at this,
keep going, boys. This is gonna be a great adventure.
At this point, it would have been taken longer. It would have been the same amount of time to go both directions. So we just kept going. So Brandon, I'll let you take over from here.
All right, so we passed the art museum.
Yeah.
We tried to call our ass back home as soon as we could.
And then we see sirens.
And then we see, sirens right back at the dam. We thought the park
Guys, the
rangers
chicken's
could, like,
up.
take it
Hide
on
the
cars or
weed.
something like that. Like,
Oh my God,
the
Tony,
cop was gonna pull up to us. Is like, you little boys are walking around this park way too late, son.
Excuse me? Is this the 1950s?
But that didn't happen, thankfully. He was just kind of waiting for us to get out of there. We were the last ones out of the park.
It is past your cute curfew. Here's a quarter. Go get some candy.
Go get your bubble gum from the candy store. Here's a...
Back in our day, candy was only a penny.
God, could you imagine?
That was that adventure.
And you all thought I was a boomer. This is Tony going boomer mode.
Back in my day,
isn't that before boomers? Isn't that the
Pre-boomer.
silent age?
This is pre-boomer.
Yeah, pre-boomer.
Like the big boomer.
Pre-boomer.
The
All right.
boomer of boomers.
So are we ready to move on to Dan's week?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, Dan, how are you? How's your week?
I've told this everyone else except you, Eric, before the podcast started. But
Okay.
this week I finished classic Final Fantasy VII.
Ooh.
Nice.
Now he's got 7 more games to play.
I still need to. I still need to play. I have an emulation of 3 and 5. I just got to 10, and I'm currently playing through 8. So
why are you going out of order?
You don't really need to play the
There's
games
no
in
order
order.
for Final Fantasy. It's
You
just-
don't need.
Then
to play
why
the
are they
games in
numbered?
Listen.
Released.
It's release base.
It's like Call of Duty.
No, it's not like Call of Duty.
It's like Battlefield. It's like
my favorite first-person shooter is Final Fantasy.
No, my favorite first-person shooter is Nekopara.
Oh my god. Okay, for
Anyways,
context. Okay,
I've,
I'll give context after you're done.
well, no, give context
Okay.
now, and then I'll continue.
So Nekopara. So if you don't know, on Steam, people can add their own tags to games, and enough people added the third-person shooter tag to Nekopara for it to appear as this week's top third-person shooter. And if you don't know what
Jesus
Nekopara
Christ.
is, it is an
Go look it up.
NSFW. It is an NSFW. Is it NSFW?
Sounds
Actually,
NSFW.
no, hold on. I don't actually think it was NSFW.
It's
there might be an
lewd.
adult. I think there's an adult patch for it though. I'm not
Okay.
entirely sure.
It's
Which-
it's an
part?
NSFW visual novel with
Basically,
cat girls.
basically, if you want to look, basically, all I'm gonna say is look it up. But for the love of God, have safe search on.
Yes, please. Otherwise, the donut cream might not be donut cream.
Oh my god.
No.
Don't you mean cashew might not? You know what I mean.
I don't.
No, I don't.
The protagonist's name is Cashew.
All right. Anyway.
Let's continue onwards.
I'll tell you guys
Anyway,
after
Dan. So
podcast.
how was Final Fantasy VII?
Final Fantasy VII. Graphics aside, the gameplay still holds up pretty fine. But like
Nice.
the thing is, like at the end of the game, I just did- I could just go to the final dungeon when the final dungeon became available. Instead of just instantly going to it, I just went around, did some side quests. It was basically that scene from The Incredibles where Mr. Incredible's like, I still got time.
Oh my.
The world's about to end in a week, but I've got time to
Of course.
for chocobo racing, fighting two super bosses, and the battle arena.
So since we're talking to Dan, this topic came up between me and
I'm cutting out Eric.
Oh, sorry. This topic came up between me and Brandon the other day while we were going on a hike. I told Brandon, I'm like, did you know that there's a clause in Harvard's student agreement, the student body agreement, that if the school burns down during an active school year, everyone participating that school year graduates with their degree right there and then.
Nice.
Third degree.
Yes, with their
Yes.
degree.
More like third degree burns.
So me and Brandon created this whole subplot that Dan is trying to get on Harvard's good side by taking this camp in order to burn down the school.
Oh god, that's so good.
Eric,
Take
you-
the
you
yell
wanna add a
from
mark
one,
for
bro.
that?
It's a whole Niflheim incident, but instead of Sephiroth, it's me burning down Harvard.
So good.
You know what was kind of scary is I told Brandon about this and his first response is, going to Harvard just to burn it down doesn't seem too bad.
Oh my god. So basically
Did I
what
say
you're
that?
saying is
I don't
Brandon
know.
is an arsonist.
No. His exact words was, going to Harvard just to commit arson would be a pretty interesting time. That was his exact wording.
Interesting it would
arson.
be, Indy.
Oh my god.
Jason is loving this. Oh wait, no, that's Dan laughing. Never mind.
Dan.
His Dan's sporadic laugh.
Dan's losing his mind right now.
What have you done?
What have you done?
How could you do this to me?
What have I done?
Fire!
That's Dan after emerging from the ashes. What have I done?
No, I'm just standing in the fire.
I feel like a lot of people would be angry for that because
Oh, yeah.
I don't think the parents get reimbursed.
No, everyone graduates with their degree. What's there to reimburse?
Well, that's true, but yeah, I mean,
If anything, you're saving money
here's the
by
thing.
burning this fucking school down. So
I guess, but like the one thing that you do lose is if you're like, say you're like in the beginning of the semester and you're like a freshman.
You lose education, yeah.
Yeah, you lose your education. Like you go to Harvard for fucking getting hella fucking smart and learning a lot of shit, right?
No, I'm pretty sure you go to Harvard because you're hella smart.
Well, yeah, that too.
You go there because you're hella smart just to get hella more smart.
I didn't know people go to college to get smart.
Yeah, I thought people went to college just to learn how to bullshit their way through life.
This is what's called this is called art school.
People,
Of high school.
people go to college to get a degree.
That's it. He
But
figured
it
out
could-
the solution. All you need is that piece of paper so jobs go, yeah, you're qualified.
According to Jack, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to go party."
Isn't that most college students though?
Yeah. Have you ever been to
Not-
Penn State?
God,
No,
Penn
you ever-
State is such
you
a
ever
party
been to
school.
Bucks?
I'm a dude. I don't.
Ever been to Council Rock North?
Oh my
I
god.
wasn't talking about high school. I was
Oh
talking
my
about
Dude,
God.
I've
Doesn't
never
matter.
dude, I have never been to a high school party.
Me
Ever.
neither.
Neither
Why
have
would
I.
I? The closest thing I got is when I played a gig with a friend and in his living room. His name was Ryan.
I
I don't know.
We don't
Ryan,
talk about that.
Ryan. I don't know. I don't know if you know about this guy, but he's pretty chill.
Sounds like a douche.
I heard.
Tony's over here saying sounds like a douche.
Yo,
Which to
Takes
be
one to
fair,
know one.
couple months ago,
Yeah.
there was a car accident right in front of me when I was driving.
Yeah.
Tony,
oh yeah,
Tony
right.
got by
I
the window.
completely
He's like,
forgot.
"Fuck you, asshole."
Oh yeah, we did talk. We talked about
What
this.
the
before.
Yeah,
hell?
no, this is ages ago. So pretty much, it was Jay driving. Tylon was in the front seat, and then I was sitting in between Noam and fucking Casey. I shit you not, I was in the middle seat. I had the fucking tuck in my shoulders, tuck in my legs, cause dear lord, I was struggling for air in that car. And that's not talking about the fucking pandemic. I fucking kid you not. It was so hard to fit. Anyways, we were driving, right? And we're chilling. Then we see this fucking red car, well, red truck. Kind of weird ass looking exhaust pipe, and it's kind of raised. And he's fucking cruising down the highway, right? And I don't know which one of us it was, but we were like to Jay, dude, we should hang back because he's driving recklessly. Jay, how long was it? Not even a minute later?
That was like 10 seconds later.
Yeah, it was like not even a minute, not even 30 seconds.
I pumped the brakes a little bit because he was acting like a jackass because he was driving really fast. He had a big truck and he was making
Yeah.
tight turns into different lanes, which is really unsafe for a truck that big.
Yeah.
And it happened. Like he swerved, he turned, and he almost hit this. I don't even remember how it happened. He almost hit this small Fiat, but it eventually.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
Yeah, so he hit one of
I
the
don't
cars.
remember.
Oh,
That car got
Yeah,
slammed
with
into
an
another car. That car slammed into the middle of the highway where there was a barrier. That car rebounded off the barrier, hit another car, made that car fucking jump up 360, slam into the wall.
I was
I'm
gonna
pretty
say,
sure-
didn't you guys say like the truck sent the Fiat flying?
I mean,
Or something like that?
Yeah, that's what happened.
what's
Jesus.
hilarious is I think the only injury was probably like a concussion or something. At least from what I was gauging. At least from what I was gauging.
Yeah, the truck was moving into a different lane, and the back of his truck hit the Fiat, and the Fiat.
This is what happens when motorcyclists take to a pickup truck.
No, yeah.
They're like, lane sharing's a thing, right?
No.
So yeah, no, the guy's truck was on the side. It was totaled. Like,
Damn.
Not the truck. The Fiat was.
No, the truck was fucking destroyed. Like, I shit you not. Like,
Tony, you were asleep during it.
no.
What's going on?
Yeah, I was not asleep. I was looking at my phone. So whatchamacallit? After everything kind of settled, we're driving away. I look at the guy's truck. I see him get out, and he had this look on his face. He's like, "Shit, man."
He was
And
fine. Everyone was fine.
he was fine. Everyone was fine, but he caused it.
Yeah.
So my instincts are like, "Fuck you, bud."
Oh my God.
I stuck my middle finger up at him. Dude,
Nice.
like, what's he gonna do? We're driving away.
Someone's arm gets blown off. You're like, hey, fuck you, dude.
No, it was the guy who fucking caused the accident, mate.
Some guy has a gun and he shoots someone. Hey, fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, in the
Fuck you for being an asshole. You killed him.
Tony's the guy to get stabbed, and instead of doing anything about it, he just looks at the guy. He's like,
Yeah,
"Fuck
like,
you!
He says, "Fuck you."
Fuck you! You stabbed me! That really hurt!"
No, if Tony were to get stabbed, he would just say "Neko butt."
Oh my god.
Now you'd be like, wait, this isn't Discord. I can't kick people.
Oh my god.
Mods.
I wrote you a song.
He'd
Goes
just
up
start
like
yelling
this.
mods.
You fuck you.
He'd start yelling mods and wait for the cops to show up.
Admins. Yeah.
There are no admins in real life.
Yes,
Oh,
there
yeah,
are.
Yes, there are.
There are no admins.
Don't say
in
system
Boxing
admin.
There are no admins in Boxing Say.
There are no. Oh my god.
There are admins in real life. There are the
I wanna-
agents of the Matrix.
I want to create.
Oh yeah.
I want to
All right,
create a
Mr.
server now.
Anderson.
I want to create a server called
Mr.
Bossing Say,
Mr.
and then
Anderson.
obviously have a bunch of beef going on inside of it, like where everyone's arguing, and every
And
time
then we say-
every time someone new joins, it just says there is no war in Bossing Say.
And then up comes Tony. Fuck you.
Oh my god.
There's no
Alright.
war in Boston.
There is no war in Bossing Say.
There is no war in Bossing Say.
What war in Bossing Say? There is no war in Bossing.
I don't know about a war in Bossing Say.
There is
There is
none.
no
I don't
civil.
even know the definition of war.
There is no civil unrest in America.
Oh my god, shut up, Tony!
Tony,
Let's
no.
not bring real world politics into this right now.
Oh, no, I
Please.
was only cracking a joke. You know, I'm not.
Yes, I
going to.
know, but like
There
still.
is no bagged milk in Canada.
Bagged milk? What the fuck?
Yeah, Canada
Yeah, that's
has
the thing.
bagged milk.
Yes, there
Yeah,
is
Canada has
bagged milk
bagged
in
milk.
Canada.
No, they say bags.
Do they? I don't
Yeah,
think
they
they
say
say
bags.
bigs. I don't think they say bigs. I think
They
you're
say
making that
bags.
up. I
They
think
say
you're making
bags.
that up.
They don't say bags, they say bags.
Yeah,
think-
fucking bagged milk's a thing. What the fuck?
Yeah. So apparently it's to avoid people from drinking out the carton.
You
They
cut
cut
out.
out.
It's to avoid people drinking out of the carton.
Just fucking cut the bag
Okay.
open and get a fucking.
I might
like,
say.
Because you can't
Yeah, so
drink
like,
out
if
of the
somebody
bag.
has-
You
somebody
can't
has a
drink.
pocket knife,
Try
they
and
just
drink
put
out a
my stuff in
plastic
your-
bag. See what happens, Tony.
I mean,
Eat out of a
you
plastic
can still
bag.
you can still do it.
No,
You,
you
you
can't.
just get like a waterfall of milk.
Interrupt my
Wait,
story
we
again,
have
but
bagged
see
wine?
what
Did you
happens.
know about this? We have bagged wine in America.
Why? Why?
I thought it was
Why?
boxed wine.
Why? No.
have both.
Why the fuck would you do bagged wine? That is a terrible. I'm triggered. I am fucking mad.
Good job,
I'm
Chameleon. You
clipping
triggered Tony.
that.
I fucking looked up
mean, like,
bagged
bag,
wine.
like-
Oh, it's just like a thing. It's like a wine purse. Pretty much you carry wine in a purse, and it
Oh,
has like
yeah,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
like tap on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I was thinking, like,
When you say
You know-
bag wine, I'm thinking of those blood IV bags. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
god.
they-
Could you imagine?
I'm thinking of juice boxes. Like
Dude,
Sir,
No,
no.
It's 18 plus juicy juice.
Hey yo, hey look, I found that shit.
Or 21 plus juicy juice.
I
rather.
found some 18 plus juicy juice right
No,
here.
21
When,
plus.
okay.
Capri Sun.
Can I stream
When-
18 plus juicy juice?
Yeah.
You know you
can.
can make. You know you can make your own alcohol by using like just regular store-bought juice, right?
You know
Yeah.
someone's a vampire when they
Everyone
say
knows
when
that.
they drink out of a blood
Yes,
IV
shit.
unit and they said I thought it was Capri
Oh
Sun.
my god. Guys, it's 21 plus juicy juice.
Oh
20
my
plus
fucking
juicy.
god!
Whoa.
My mom has that.
This is the equivalent of getting.
These things are
Good to
actually
know, Jason.
cool. They're cool. They're like
Hold up, dude. This is the equivalent of getting a fucking carton of coffee at Dunkin' or some shit like that.
Dunkin'. When did they change their name from Dunkin' Donuts just to
when I
Dunkin'?
left there. So like in June 2019.
Wait,
Okay.
they changed their name?
Yeah,
Oh,
just to
Lord.
Dunkin'. It's no longer Dunkin' Donuts, it's just Dunkin'.
Is it really just Dunkin'?
I'm pretty
you
sure
know
it's
what?
just Dunkin'.
Yeah,
What the
'cause
fuck?
There's still Dunkin'.
My childhood is a lie.
They make more sales off coffee. and
Oh my
stuff, so
god,
they
it
can
is
make their-
literally only Dunkin'.
Yeah. They make, as Jason just said, they make more sales off of coffee, so I guess they're, like, getting rid of the donuts. To be fair, their donuts never really tasted that great anyway.
Mm-mm.
Like, you had, like, a good 70% chance of them being stale as hell.
I love their
Yeah.
donuts.
Yeah, the donuts were like a childhood memory for me.
Yeah,
I like
mean,
their
they were
donut
good.
holes more.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Wait, you call them
Boston
donut holes?
cream.
Wait, hold on. You
The
call them
Munchkins.
donut? We were about to have a serious problem, Ryan.
They're fucking munchkins,
Well,
Ryan.
isn't
Also,
Munchkins-
why
What-
would
here-
you
hold
call
on,
them a
isn't
donut
Munchkins-
hole? They're not holes.
I know, but that is their technical name. But isn't Munchkins like the trademark thing for Dunkin' Donuts?
Who cares?
Or
They're
that just-
munchkins.
Whatever.
Mun-
Fuck
Munch-
you.
They're munchkins and like they're I don't know.
They're,
I
they're
always loved
keeping the
them.
donuts. It's just the name wasn't representative of their establishment. Thank you, chat. Thank you very much, Fern Club. There you go. That's the reason.
Alright, cool.
Thanks, Fern.
Thanks,
Alright.
Phineas and Fern Club.
All right, Brandon's out here doing the opposite of a nickname. He's extending your name.
Wait. They have ghost pepper donuts?
Yeah.
Where can I get them?
At Dunkin'.
Can I have them, please?
Can I have one?
Sure, you can. Just go buy one. Like.
Eric, Brandon, Jason, you guys want to go to Dunkin' tomorrow morning and try one?
No.
No, I haven't tested.
I don't
You
want to.
sure?
I mean,
Why do you
I'm sure it doesn't taste that bad. Here's the problem. I hate things that are just spicy but have no flavor. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Oh, I
yes,
know exactly. what you
basically,
mean.
bad curry is all spice, no flavor.
Yeah, like I want the flavors. Like I want more than just the spicy. Like I can handle the spicy, but it doesn't taste.
They're apparently not that
If-
spicy.
If you want spicy
How?
food that has flavor,
Dude,
Thai food it
Thai-
does it right.
Thai
yeah,
food
no,
does do it
Thai
right.
food
Thai
is
food is
amazing.
amazing.
I make my own Thai food.
Yeah.
Lame.
How's that lame?
Wow.
That's really
I'm
impressive.
kidding. It is really impressive.
Well,
Tony,
Ryan, you
kudos
don't
to
even know how to cook.
The only
Shut the
thing I
fuck
do
up.
is like the only thing I do is like curry usually.
I know how to air fry.
I know how to air fry. I know how to press a fucking button.
Actually, you should have seen me. What was it?
I don't use a rice cooker.
It was
When
like
you made- when you
last
made
Thursday
cereal.
afternoon. It was like last Thursday afternoon when we were just hanging in Discord.
Isn't air frying like using a deep fryer in an airplane?
Way to
No.
interrupt it, Brandon.
It's more of a
What?
commercial
I
item.
kinda
What is,
disturbed it.
sorry. My brain literally just immediately shut off as soon as Brandon said whatever he just said. Can someone repeat what Brandon said?
I'll just clip it.
No, I want it.
Is,
I want it now.
He thought
Is
air
an
fryer
air
meant
frying
it's deep
just-
frying in an airplane.
Hey, Brian, shut up.
Jeez, that was aggressive.
I mean, you
Is
kind of
it air
deserve.
fry-
You kind of deserve it, though. To
See
be
what
fair.
happens.
I already
Isn't
said
air-
that.
Isn't air frying just deep frying on an airplane?
All right, that's a stupid ass shit show.
That's
You wanted it repeated?
that
Yeah,
sounds like
I did. I wanted to hear what it was. No,
That sounds
air
like
fry.
someone
Air fry.
trying to get high on an airplane.
I have an air fryer. Air fryers are really nice.
Air fryers are amazing.
I make really good pork chops in it. They're always moist. Tastes so
I-
good. The fat
I
is like
wouldn't-
the fat. The fat gets so good. The fat is like the perfect mix of like crunchy. You know what I mean? When the fat gets like
Yeah.
slightly crunchy on the outside. Mm.
Eric, did you say moist?
Yes, I did.
Let's all say moist.
No,
Moist.
let's not all say moist. This is a stupid bit,
Moist.
Ryan. Stop.
Okay, so what I was saying earlier was, on Thursday when we were chilling in Discord, just Eric, you, me, Brandon, and Tony. I came down and made lunch. I was making like a
Oh yeah.
turkey
Sandwich.
provolone sandwich, like a cheesesteak style.
He made a sandwich, guys.
Yeah, but I used a pan,
Good job.
and olive oil.
Yay! He knows not to just use butter for everything, dude.
Dude, I always use olive oil when I make
Olive
my
oil
sandwiches. Are you
is-
fucking kidding me?
Olive oil.
Avocado.
Avocado oil?
No, I just use avocado.
You just use avocado. He just cuts the avocado
presses the
in the pan,
avocado.
just mushes it, and just cooks everything in the avocado.
Exactly.
I,
No, I thought you meant like us, like
no.
Eric said butter. I thought he puts like butter on his.
No,
bread,
no, no,
so
no.
put
I meant like
avocado.
cooked butter, yeah.
No, I cook with
yeah.
olive oil.
Well, my boyfriend will be disappointed. Lol. I'm assuming he puts butter on everything.
I assume.
I mean, hey, if
Yeah.
it works for Chinese food, then it works for Chinese food.
Wait,
but everything
wait,
else,
wait.
Who's
Will you
boyfriend?
put butter on your Chinese food?
Brian, you have a boyfriend?
no.
No, chat said that.
Oh, she was talking about the ghost pepper.
Oh, the
donut.
ghost peppers donuts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Chat is having their own conversation at this point.
Chameleon.
I know this person, but I won't disclose their name.
Okay,
Fine.
that's
Don't
fine.
worry.
I didn't
Like,
ask
like,
for their
why
name
do
to
you
be
have to announce
disclosed.
Like,
Tony's just
I mean,
like,
Tony,
I
that's
know this
great that you
person
know them,
personally,
but like we
but
didn't.
I'm not
ask.
gonna say their
They're
name.
using butter and everything says Chameleon 178.
I mean, I do like using butter on a lot of things, like especially if you use it to base your meats. Like basing a hamburger tastes amazing.
Oh,
I
Okay,
like putting
okay.
bacon grease on my.
Oh, dude,
That's good.
dude, fucking refrigerating the bacon fat and then using it to like saute onions is like amazing.
Oh, that's
You do
that.
that?
Sounds
That's
amazing.
good.
Yeah, it is
So
amazing. That reminds me, I need to defrost my bacon sometime soon, because in about 4 weeks I'm gonna be out of this apartment.
I saw a video where a guy used leftover bacon grease and made like salted caramel things out of it.
Oh,
What?
Nut! Nut!
So,
I
I'll
swear,
send a link. I'll send a
Tony,
link.
good.
I swear, Tony
yeah,
only
yeah.
speaks in memes. Like, ew.
I mean, he did just yell nut.
Yeah.
Let's
Anyway.
replay that.
No, let's not. I don't
No,
have
okay.
instant replay on.
Not-
Tony does.
God,
yes,
if only
Tony
we
does,
did.
yes.
You guys know how to make cereal?
What?
Just asked if I wanted to make cereal?
How do you?
I mean, you can. You can make cereal from scratch, but why would you?
Do you guys use milk or chocolate milk?
Milk.
Honestly,
Orange juice.
All I use is
No.
hot
I use
water.
milk. I use milk.
No, I don't. What the
No,
fuck?
Tony uses alcohol.
He uses box wine.
Oh my
He uses Fireball.
Bacon grease.
Bacon. Oh my god, could you imagine?
That
You-
would taste.
You know
so
what
bad.
concerns me? You know what concerns me about Starbucks? I don't know if you ever. By the way, this is relevant, kind of. I don't know if you've ever like reheated a Starbucks coffee or something.
Oh.
But if you reheat their drinks, there's oil that floats on the top. I don't know where it comes from. Yeah, there's actual oil that's floating on the top, and I'm like, what the fuck is in my drink?
The U.S.
What?
government needs that oil.
Here's the thing, right? Starbucks coffee, and this is a controversial statement, but I
No, it's
stand
not. It's
strongly
shit.
by it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
it's
what I'm saying.
overly
Like,
priced. It's overpriced. And it's not.
overly priced, and it tastes like shit.
What is?
Also-
However, their hot chocolates,
Starbucks
on the
coffee.
other hand.
Oh, I never even.
Hot
went to
chocolate.
Starbucks
Their hot
before.
chocolate's really good. Also, their vanilla bean frappuccino is
Oh,
really good.
Irish cream.
Hey,
Okay, hold on. I want to define what Irish cream.
Irish
Irish
cream is
cream
great.
is sweet cream. It's amazing. It's
Irish cream is so good.
hey, I was gonna say
their hot chocolate is
there-
just heated chocolate milk. No, it's not. Don't lie to me.
So hold up, I was gonna say that their caramel macchiato is really good.
That's fair.
Basically anything with caramel in it is amazing.
But let's be real, it's almost pumpkin spice. It is pumpkin spice season, so
I don't like pumpkins. I don't
neither
like,
do I.
Okay,
But like, I'm
okay. Hold on. I like the food of pumpkin spice season. I love pumpkin pie.
Exactly.
I love pumpkin rolls. I like roasted
fucking delicious.
roasted
pumpkin
pumpkin
seeds.
seeds. Roasted pumpkin
Are
seeds are
amazing.
amazing.
Oh my god.
I've only just
I
had
love
pumpkin
apple
seeds
cider, cinnamon apples,
Apple cider
all of that
donuts.
stuff. But the drinks are really bad. I don't like the drinks. The drinks are. I
I
don't
like apple cider. That's
Well,
my-
yeah, no, but pumpkin spice drinks I don't like.
Here's the thing though, I feel like if they made like a pumpkin pie frappuccino, it could actually do really well.
Why not just eat pumpkin pie?
I'm talking like
It's
pumpkin
right.
pie flavored ice cream.
Oh,
You know, kind of like what Tanner's does.
yeah, no, pumpkin pie ice cream tastes fine.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
if Starbucks did that with like a frappuccino, I feel like it would actually be kind of good.
I
Alright,
guess.
guys, I gotta
Maybe.
get off.
All right. See you
Oh,
later,
okay.
Jay.
Bye, Jason.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
So long.
partner.
Oh. That's what
Shut
pumpkin
down,
spice
shut
is.
He's
down.
still here.
Shut down. Why is it not shutting down?
Don't
Why don't
worry.
you hang up first?
I got him.
All right, he's gone. Let's
The
all
split-
talk shit about him now. I'm kidding.
No, the spices and pumpkin pie.
I just
Yeah, I
put it
know,
up.
I know. But I don't like it on a drink. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't like it on a drink. I think it's because I don't like it hot. I like my pumpkin pie cold, right? I don't think I like hot pumpkin spice.
Guys, hold on 1 second. I think something's happening outside my building.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, Tony's muted because there's a fight going on.
World Star!
So the frap. Is a frappuccino cold? I don't know.
Yes,
I
the
don't,
Frappuccino is cold.
I don't go to Starbucks
It
enough
could be
for this.
either hot or cold.
The last time I went to Starbucks, I was just like,
Remember
give me
when-
green tea, whatever, dude.
Okay,
I don't care.
Okay, hold up. So there's a fire truck outside my building.
Oh.
That's not good.
It's like right like next to my window, which is pretty funny. I heard like no or some fucking kind of hydraulic thing. I think that's probably the ladder. They might just be fixing something outside my building. Maybe like a light that went out.
Tony's
not
here
entirely
with his
sure.
building on fire, and he's like, "Oh, they're just fixing a light bulb."
Dude, if my building
While
was
his flesh melts off his
no,
skin.
hold on,
His body.
dude.
That reminds
Hold up, for fuck's sake! If my building was on fire, you would hear the alarm. Like it
You
is
don't know. Maybe the
legitimately louder-
alarm died
No.
because earlier this week it went off too loud.
Dude, no, they designed it so that it's legitimately louder than a gunshot.
I
Tony,
know
tell
they
them what
do.
happened
That
this
reminds-
That
It is
reminds me
fucking
like,
aggravating.
this
We live
this
in
story. Like
where
when
we
I
live.
was
It's
like
no surprise.
before the pandemic, when I was in college, it was just a normal night. Like it was cold out. It was normal night. We were sleeping, and then the fire alarm goes off. It was not a drill. And it turns out we learned that someone had something in the microwave, and that triggered the fire alarm.
Fucking
Oh
dumbass
my
put metal in the
God.
microwave.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
Okay, hold on.
And we were outside because we were outside in the middle of winter. It's like it's cold outside.
So, yeah. So
Oh, yeah,
what,
I
what
told you
what
all about
Let's
the.
just say everyone was.
Hold on.
Everyone was
So what I
pissed
never
off.
understood about fire drills is they made you do fire drills in like blizzards. I don't know if this was anyone else's experience during like middle school, but my middle school heating, it was either you're in a sauna or it doesn't work, right? So
Yeah,
so you would be showing up to school and you'd be like in short sleeves or whatnot. And it'd be like, holy shit, it's so hot. And they're like, oh, fire drill. And you're like, great. I get to go stand outside in the blizzard, in the snow, freezing my ass off. But
I kind of had a similar situation at St. Andrews, which is where which was my grade school. There was one time where we had a completely unexpected fire alarm, or fire.
You're having
Thing.
a stroke.
I
yeah,
am.
You are having a stroke. Let's get back
My
to
brain
Ryan
don't
later.
work.
Let's get back to
No,
Ryan
but,
later
like,
after
I
she's
had
a
a-
doctor.
Shut the fuck up, Eric.
We need to do the.
But I
the
actually had a similar situation where it was snowing outside, like heavy
Yeah.
snowing,
Yeah.
and
So that we have
they
middle.
decided to like turn on the fire alarm, and we're like, what the fuck? All of our like winter clothes are in our homerooms. We're literally just wearing thin fucking sweaters and khakis.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, there's
You
nothing wrong with
expect us to
khakis.
be warm
I'll be warm.
in thin ass khakis, a thin ass sweater, and not like a winter jacket?
I'll be
That
warm in
reminds me all
khakis,
too
send me
much
that.
about the burning ramen story of my school.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I'm
God.
not sure I told all of the podcast tests. I probably did, to be honest. But let's talk about it anyway. Basically, I was in my dorm. And I was like talking to my mom, and all of a sudden I smell something burning. There's like smoke coming out of one of the lounge areas in my dorm, and I'm like, hey mom, I gotta call you back. I go into the
Brandon,
room,
are
and
you
apparently,
okay? Are you choking?
yeah, no, there's something weird in my throat. It's just,
Drink water.
it's fucking weird. I don't know.
Why is it the same exact tone every time? It's like a sound clip.
Yeah. So anyway, I walk into this guy, and there's something on fire, like in the fucking microwave. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It's like I burnt my ramen. I'm like, how the fuck do you burn ramen?
You didn't add water.
Apparently, there's like no fucking water in there. And I'm like, are you two like fucking dumbasses? Do I have to
reminds
teach
me-
you how to like fucking cook like the most basic microwavable shit?
They
in this
show the
fucking world?
instructions on
Yeah,
the
they
side.
show on. Yeah, so that reminds me of I've only known a child. That reminds me of my friend Ben. So someone was giving away free ramen at my college, and Ben picked up one. Oh, and by the way, you can find this video on my Instagram.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, and it's just Ben with a dry packet of ramen, and
He says,
he's just
"Thanks for the
fucking
ramen."
eating it. He's just eating it. I don't know why I found it so funny, but he's just.
People do
These
that.
are really good. And then my friend
People-
Noah came up to him and he's like, you know you're not supposed to do that. And he's like, why not? It expands in your stomach. You know that, right?
You know, people that actually did that at the camp I was working at for a while. What you would do is you fucking shake the since you couldn't get like boiled water all the time.
Yeah.
You would shake the packet of flavor into the bag,
Oh,
and then like shake the bag with the ramen noodles, and then you just fucking take pieces of it and eat it. I guess
I guess.
it's pretty dumb, but you know.
I guess, yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll be back.
Are we
need some water.
in just a
Are we
second.
gonna end up doing
We
the
are gonna
base
do
segment?
it. We're gonna do it.
Okay, cool.
It's so salty though. Yeah, it is salty. All right, so we're gonna run a what? Where is it? All right, we're gonna take 60 seconds. Back in 60 seconds.
I'm gonna grab myself a popsicle.
welcome back to the stream. All right, are we
In
all
case you
here?
haven't left. I
Are
am
we all
present.
here? Brandon's not present.
I'm present.
Brandon's probably setting up.
Yeah, Brandon's probably setting up his stuff. We're doing. Oh, don't use it all then. Yeah. So we're setting up for the stupid bit, right? Since Brandon already revealed his face, it's gonna be the
Twice.
first time. Yeah, twice. So what we're gonna do is Brandon's gonna turn on his webcam and he's gonna talk. But here's the thing: we have to guess what he's saying, and he's not talking. He's not using words. He's playing the bass and mouthing words. So it looks like he's only speaking in bass. It's a really stupid bit, but it's really funny.
Came up with this joke a few nights ago.
Yes.
No.
This is absolutely hilarious.
We came up with this a few months ago, dude.
No, it was a few days ago. What do you mean?
It was a few days ago.
No.
This is a few days ago.
Brandon started doing this during band practice.
Oh, hold up. Hey. So I figured out
That
what it
doesn't
is.
count.
My friend says that there's some alarm going off in part of his building for like the past 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
Kind of like the alarm that went off in your apartment complex at 3 a.m.
Here comes Brandon.
Alright, he's got the bass.
I guess he's not showing his face.
He says hi. Hey, Eric, you need to change scene.
Oh, there's his face.
Right. At least you did.
We should make Brandon's face an emote.
Hold on. 1 second.
He's saying, hi, guys, I'm here to play bass for you today. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not lip reading. He's just playing the tones
He's just
or
playing-
the length of the words. All right. Brandon, how are you? I'm doing pretty good.
How do you?
We're guessing, Dan. We're guessing.
We're taking guesses.
I'm pretty
Chat,
sure.
ask him any question you want.
I'm pretty sure it was actually a cry for help. He's captivated right now.
Oh my god.
He's a captive.
Hey, Brandon.
But he's apparently.
Now?
Brandon, do you need help? That's either no or yeah.
That sounded like a fucking cry.
That sounded like no thank you.
Did that?
Do the Morse SOS sign if you need help. Huh.
Guys, I think he's locked in the basement.
I think he is too. At least they have TV and Halo.
I think he was taken captive with Casey.
And at least he has a fucking bass.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Brandon's stuck in Russia with Casey. They're just having a good time.
I don't think he's stuck in Russia with Casey. I think they put him in. They put him in a separate prison for trying to rescue Casey, though.
Yeah, probably. I mean, technically they're both in Russia, so they're probably communicating back and forth through base.
Through base. Oh yeah, and Casey's using his Tamarin or whatever it's called.
You cut out.
And Casey's using his Tamarin. Or Theremin. That's
Theremin, oh god, no.
That thing, yeah.
Guys, I think he's trying to talk to us.
What does he say?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so they're giving him food and water. That's good.
Yeah.
The food tastes really bad though, and the water is stale.
The water is stale.
He almost got raped.
Okay, alright.
That's not good. Let's not.
Let's not do that,
sorry.
Ryan. Let's not do that.
We'll cut that out.
No, we won't. We're just gonna show you
Okay.
being an idiot.
Fair enough.
God.
As long as you
I'll
learn
bake
from
you a
your
cake.
mistakes.
Chat says they want to bake you a cake. How do you feel about that, Brandon?
Are they gonna put a file in it?
That's pretty awesome.
I think he's happy about that.
I think
He
he's happy
sounds
about it
scared.
too. Yes, I am. Yeah, he's happy about it. All right. Before transmission ends, Brandon, do you have anything you want to say?
Oh my, are you flirting with me?
This is. I'm pretty sure he's trying to seduce the audience.
Yeah,
Seduce
and
me.
Dan. It's
Alright,
working
well-
with Dan, clearly.
Seduce me.
Well, transmission's breaking up.
Transmission just broke.
We lost them.
We lost.
Oh god!
We lost him.
Brandon!
Dun, 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 dun,
Luckily, we still have his
dun,
audio,
dun.
but they took away his camera.
Yeah.
So they
All
allow
I
him.
hear
to
is the screams of
You
the
idiot.
world.
All right, I got my voice back.
Did you shut off your
Okay.
camera?
No,
No.
no, I did.
Well, that was a fun segment.
That was a fun segment.
We need to do that again, but like with guitar. Or wait, we need to do that like every time with like
A different instrument.
someone playing like a different instrument. So like
I can do guitar.
I can
do
also do
drums.
guitar. Wait a
I can
minute.
try piano.
Wait, me and Ryan should have an argument over like just playing guitar.
Tony gets a 7-string.
That-
Pulls that
that's
7-string. Boom!
no, I'm just gonna tune my shit down into drop C.
I can do drums.
I can do drop C sharp.
I can do piano.
I mean, hey,
Cool.
we're all musicians here. Cool.
Yeah, I pointed that out earlier.
I can provide a uke, Tony. Yeah,
Mine-
let's go.
My ukulele's at home.
It's not ukulele. It's ukulele.
Ukulele.
Oh my fucking god.
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
It's the
pronounced
proper
ukulele.
pronunciation is ukulele.
Did you watch Last Man Standing? Is that how you got that?
No.
Ukulele. Ukulele.
Dude.
I forget who did it, but I was walking or I said, "Oh, you play the ukulele?" and they responded with, "It's actually pronounced ukulele." And I'm like, "So you're a dick."
So you're just an asshole. Cool, got it.
No, he doesn't have a dick. He has a deek.
He
Has
has
a
a dick.
Here's a Deekman.
God.
They just want to seem cultured. I guess. I
They
mean,
try too hard
I
to be
mean,
cultured,
I mean,
Got so far.
there's a difference between like,
but in the end, it doesn't even
It
matter.
Doesn't even matter.
you know what I mean? There's a difference. But America has no culture. I'd argue that America has some culture. But here's the weird thing about America. It's such a huge mixing pot that usually people bring their own culture with them, right?
Yeah.
So and then eventually it becomes so hard to take on every single aspect of every single culture. So you try and take the major aspects of every single culture that's currently in America and mash them together and call it American culture. But even that has its own issues because certain concepts of certain cultures, even major concepts, collide with one another. So it's that's where the problem of cultural America really comes into play, right?
Mm-hmm.
God fucking damn it, right?
The culture of America is trail mix.
The culture of America is Kichi cursed.
I mean, what do you want me to say? There's culture in America, but is there American culture? Probably not.
I mean,
But it's mostly bearing those who came their cultures and then stealing what they
Rating.
like.
not necessarily.
Not
It's more
necessarily.
so
So here's the thing.
it's
Here-
like everything is
No.
integrated, really.
Yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from, but here's the thing, right? Let's say
Sorry, I'm a political
let's
scientist.
say
That's
we
fine.
take Italian culture
Hey,
because they
Italian.
immigrated a pretty long time ago. If we
Yes, we know.
took every portion of Italian culture, we wouldn't have room for anything else, right? We have the Feasts of the Seven Fish. We have the coins in the shoes. We have the what is it called? I forget the name of it. Not ephemeral. Tony, the 6 days after Christmas, it's an Italian thing.
I know I'm Italian, but I'm not that Italian.
Okay. But like, if we took everything,
But your name's Tony.
so
Hey,
we take the things we
don't worry
like,
about it.
or more rather, the things that people like stick because they're marketable, right? So like, and that's a major issue as well. But Italian food is marketable because people like Italian food. Food in general is marketable. So that's where you get a lot of. That's where you. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I don't care, dude. I'm glad that you get to change things about my culture and enjoy it even more. I don't care.
Whoa. Wait, did you say pumpkin gnocchi?
Yes, you
Yes.
did. It could be a dessert.
What? Why?
Tony, shut the fuck up.
No.
Tony,
What the fuck?
shut up.
Tony
It
is
could be a
triggered
dessert.
again.
Okay, Tony. Take the gnocchi, right? Take the gnocchi, and then imagine it's pumpkin, right? And
I don't
then
like that.
and then you put cream in it and you bake it instead.
That actually
Eh?
sounds fucking delicious.
Eh?
Eh?
Eh? Sounds pretty good, right?
Why is this an actual thing? What the
I
heck?
don't know. I don't
How did
know.
we
I'm
get
down to
here?
try it though.
I
mean-
don't know.
I mean, then again, Chameleon actually made me like a small pumpkin pie one time, and I was like editing that entire day. I was like, guys, come get me food. Man,
So,
I missed
no.
that. Everyone,
But
everyone was so nice.
here's the thing, right? I don't
Judge me
care
last
if
winter.
people enjoy my culture, right? However they see fit. I use pumpkin instead of potato. Yeah, I mean it's fair. Who cares? They're both vegetables. I think there's a difference between that and the people who are forced to sacrifice their culture to survive.
Is
That-
pumpkin
yeah.
technically a vegetable?
That
Because
makes
it has
sense.
seeds.
I don't want to get too deep into it right now on
Fair
stream,
enough.
but without getting too deep into it, I think there is a line to be drawn when it comes to culture, right? I wouldn't say America has no culture, and I wouldn't say America's stealing culture, but I would say that the greed of corporate America can make it hard for people with different cultures, right?
You can say that again.
Because if corporate America doesn't want your culture or doesn't see your culture as marketable, it could be severely down. It could be severely cut off from you, right? And we can look at Italian culture again because Italians and Irish were very much discriminated against when they first came over. Like, Italian, no need
Yeah.
apply. Irish, no need apply. You can't get a job here. Go away. Go back to your neighborhood. I don't want to start saying the racial slurs of the things that Italians would hear and Irishmen would
Please
hear.
don't.
But, like, they were very much discriminated against. And the irony is that the Italians were able to make up with it by bringing their own form of law enforcement over from Sicilia or Sicily rather. They were able to bring over.
Celia.
They were
Sicilia.
Eric, you're breaking my heart, man.
So they were able to bring over their own form of law enforcement from Sicily. There we go. So
Give him a round of applause. You
So-
pronounced it correct this time.
after a while,
we need to get
yeah,
we need to do the thing.
yeah, I know. Let me finish. After a while, it became corrupt, right? And I don't think it's more of a society issue, but corporate doesn't help either. So after a while, it became corrupt, like as it does, because there were no checks and balances in the law system of the mafia, right? One person had power and they influenced the rest of the family. And if the family rose up against him, then everyone would be hurt, right? So it was like this weird thing that happened with the mafia where you couldn't go against them because you would end up being hurt. Originally, it wasn't the mafia that would hurt you, it was society that would hurt you. You wouldn't have the protection and the guaranteed jobs that the mafia would provide. But eventually it became the mafia hurt you, right? If you didn't pay up or if you didn't comply, right?
From the mafia.
So it became its own issues. But that's how they were able to get in, right? Because
Hey, Vinny Luco, you got my cash today? Sorry, boss, I own every stuff.
God, I wish I knew more Italian. Much of the conversation extends beyond corporatism, based on social issues ingrained in society, the concept of race, ethnicity, and culture. It's a whole. I know it's a whole conversation.
We need to keep moving.
Yeah, we're gonna keep moving here. I do enjoy these side tangents, but there's a lot of things to be understood about this type of topic, right? And
there's a lot.
And only choosing one side is never the right choice, right? You need to be able to understand the viewpoints of everyone. You don't need to accept the viewpoints of everyone, but you need to understand them.
Or at least try.
At least try to. You have to put an effort. And a lot of people are dead set on their ways and their ways only. And that's a huge problem.
Exactly.
If there is no compromise,
I'm right, you're wrong.
There is no I'm right, you're wrong. If there is no compromise, then there is no agreement and there is no society, right? Everyone makes compromises. I wish I could be a billionaire. I wish I could have had a better. I wish I could have been in a better living situation when I was younger. But you know what? I took it as I did, and I tried my best with what I had. Anyway, we're gonna move on here. Thank you for bringing this up. This was an interesting topic to talk about, but I don't want to get even more into it. So, without further ado, let's move on to the creepypasta.
If you guys have a drink,
Yay!
If you guys have like tea or coffee, go get some, get a snack, make yourself cozy, because we're gonna be here for like a little bit.
Before we start, I just want to hold on. Before we start, I just want to remind everyone in the chat right now. So this current creepypasta, I believe, has to deal with suicide.
You cut out.
I said this creepypasta, I believe, has to do with suicide. It is The Suicide of Squidward by Brandon. Is
Squidward suicide.
Whatever. Squidward suicide. So this is a rough transition, or this is a rough topic to talk about sometimes. If you need help talking about it, or if you want to support those who need help talking about this type of topic, or if you have difficulty with this type of topic at all, I would recommend that you leave now. If you want to help those who have difficulty with this topic, I recommend that you support Hearth support via the fundraiser below in Hearth support. We're trying to get to 100. We're trying to get to $100 by the end of the month. It all goes to the organization. Hearth support is a mental health organization online, or a mental health community online that helps with depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and all the above. From what I can tell of them, they're an umbrella mental health community that tries to help almost everything related to mental health. So thank you so much for your patience, and without further ado, let's get into the creepypasta.
All right. So this is a story called Squidward's Suicide. And without further ado, let's get into it. They guys can't hear the fireplace, so I'm just gonna lower it down so I can hear myself talk. So here we go. You guys can hear it? Okay. So here we go. I just want to start off by saying, if you want an answer at the end, prepare to be disappointed. There just isn't one. There just isn't one. I was an intern at Nickelodeon Studios in the year 2005 for my degree in animation. It wasn't paid, of course. But most internships aren't. But did have some perks beyond education. To adults, it might not seem like a big one, but most kids at the time would shit themselves over it. Now, since I work directly with the editors and animators, I got a view of the episodes before they aired. I'll get right to it without giving too many details. They had recently made the SpongeBob movie, and the entire staff was somewhat sapped of creativity, so it took them longer to start the season. But the delay lasted longer than more upsetting reasons. But the delay lasted longer for more upsetting reasons. There's a problem with the series 4 premiere that set everyone and everything back a few months. Me and 2 other interns were in the editing room, along with the lead animators and the sound editors for the final cut. We received a copy of what was supposed to be Fear of a Krabby Patty and gathered around the screen to watch. Now, given that I'll restart that. Now, given that this isn't final, yet animators often put up a mock title card, sort of an inside joke for all of us, with a phony, oftentimes lewd titles such as How Sex Doesn't Work or Rockabye Bivalve. When SpongeBob and Patrick adopted Sea Scallop, nothing particularly funny, but work-related chuckles. So we then saw the title card, Squidward's Suicide, and we didn't think of it more as a morbid joke. One of the interns even did a small throat laugh to it. The happy-go-lucky music plays as normal. The story began with a Squidward practicing his clarinet, hitting a few sour notes like normal. We hear SpongeBob laughing outside, and Squidward stops, yelling at him to keep it down. He has a concert at night and needs some practice. SpongeBob says okay and goes with Sea Sandy with Patrick. The bubble splash screen comes up, and we see the ending of Squidward's concert. This is when things began to seem off. While playing, a few frames repeat themselves, but the sound doesn't. At this point, the sound is synced up with the animation, so yes, that's not that common. But when he stops playing, the sound finishes as if the skip never happened. There's a slight murmuring in the crowd before they begin to boo him. Not normal cartoon booing as it was common in the show, but you could very clearly hear malice in it. Squidward's in full frame and looks visibly afraid. The shot goes to the crowd, with SpongeBob in center frame. He too is booing, very much unlike him. This is the oddest thing, though. What is odd is that everyone had hyper-realistic eyes, very detailed. Clearly not shots of real people's eyes, but something more real than CGI. The pupils were red. Some of us looked at each other, obviously confused, but since we weren't the writers, we didn't question its appeal to children yet. The shot goes to Squidward sitting on the edge of his bed, looking very forlorn. The view out of his paw-hole window is that of a night sky, so it isn't very long after the concert. The unsettling part is that at this point there is no sound. Literally no sound. Not even feedback from the speakers in the room. It's after the speakers have been turned off, though their status showed they've been working perfectly. He just sat there, blinking, in this silence for about 30 seconds. Then he started to sob softly. He put his hands, or rather tentacles, over his eyes and cried quietly for a full minute more, while a sound in the background very slowly growling from nothing to barely audible. It sounded like a slight breeze through a forest. The screen slowly begins to zoom in on his face. By slow, I mean it's only noticeable if you took 10 shots apart side by side. His sobbing gets louder, full of more hurt and anger. The screen then twitches a bit, as if it twists in on itself, and then for a split second, back to normal. The wind through the trees sound gets slightly louder and more severe, as if a storm is brewing somewhere. The eerie part is the sound, and Squidward's sobbing sounded real. And as if the sound wasn't coming from the speakers, but as if the speakers were holes that the sound was coming through on the other side. As good as the sound as the studio likes to have, they didn't purchase equipment to be that good to produce that kind of sound quality. Below the sound of the wind and sobbing, a very faint something sounded like laughing. It came at odd intervals and never lasted more than a second, so you had a hard time pinning it. We watched this show twice, so pardon me if things sound too specific, but I had time to think about them. After 30 seconds of this, the screen blurred and twitched violently, and something flashed over the screen, as if a single frame was replaced. The lead animation editor paused the video and rewound frame by frame. What we saw was horrible. It was a still photo of a dead child. He could have been no more than 6. His face was mangled and bloodied, one eye dangling over his upturned face, popped. He was naked down to his underwear, his stomach crudely cut open and his entrails laying beside him. He was laying on some pavement that was probably a road. The most upsetting part is that there was a shadow of a photographer. There was no crime tape, no evidence tags or markers, and the angle was completely off for a shot designed to be evidence. It would seem that the photographer was the person responsible for the child's death. We were, of course, mortified, but pressed on, hoping that it was just a sick joke. The screen flipped back to Squidward, still sobbing, louder than before, and half body in frame. There was now what appeared to be blood running down his face from his eyes. The blood was also done in this hyper-realistic style, looking as if you touched it, you can get blood on your fingers. The wind sounded now as if it were that of a gale blowing through the forest. There was even snapping of sounds of branches. There's even a snapping sound of branches. The laughing, a deep baritone, lasting at longer intervals and coming more frequently. After about 20 seconds, the screen again twisted and showed a single frame photo. The editor was reluctant to go back. We all were, but he knew he had to do it. This time the photo was that of what appeared to be a little girl, no older than the first child. She was laying on her stomach, her barrettes in a pool of blood next to her. Her left eye was too popped out and popped, naked except the underpants. Her entrails were piled on top of her above another crude cut along her back. Again, the body was on the street, and the photographer's shadow was clearly visible, very similar in size and shape to the first. I had to choke back and vomit in one intern. The only female in the room ran out. The show resumed. About 5 seconds after the second photo played, Squidward was silent, as did all sound, like it was where this scene started. He put his tentacles down, and his eyes were now done in a hyper-realism like the others at the beginning of this episode. They were bleeding, bloodshot, and pulsating. He just stared at the screen, as if watching the viewer. After about 10 seconds, he started sobbing, this time not covering his eyes. The sound was piercing and loud, and most fear-inducing was all of his sobbing was mixed with screams. Tears and blood were dripping down his face at a heavy rate. The wind sound came back, and so did the deep laughing. And this time, the still photo lasted for a good 5 frames. The animator was able to stop it to the 4th frame and backed up. This time, the photo was a boy, about the same age, but this time, the scene was different. The entrails were just being pulled out of a stomach wound by a large hand. The right eye popped and dangling, blood trickling from it. The animator proceeded. It was hard to believe, but the next one was different. But we couldn't tell what. He went on to the next, same thing. He went back to the first and played them quicker, and I lost it. I vomited on the floor. The animating and sound editors gasping at the seam. The 5 frames were not as if there were 5 different photos, but were played out as if they were frames in a video. We saw the hands slowly lift out the guts, the kid's eyes focus on it, and even saw 2 frames of the kid beginning to blink. The lead sound editor told us to stop. He had to call the creator to see this Mr. Hellenberg arrive within 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, I haven't got to reread that. The lead sound editor told us to stop. He had to call the creator to see this. Mr. Hillenberg arrived within 15 minutes. He was confused as to why we called him down here, so the sound editor just continued the episode. Once the few frames were shown, all screaming, all sound again stopped. Squidward was just staring at the viewer, full frame in the face, for about 3 seconds. The shot quickly panned out, and a deep voice said, "Do it." And all we see is Squidward's hands and a shotgun. He immediately pulls out the gun in his mouth and pulls the trigger. Realistic blood and brain matter splatters on the wall behind him and his bed, and he flies back with the force. The last 5 seconds of this episode saw his body in the bed on his side, one eye dangling on the left of his head above the floor, staring blankly at it. Then the episode ends. Mr. Hellenberg was obviously angry at this. He demanded to know what the hell was going on. Most people left the room at this point, so it was just a handful of us to watch it again. Viewing this episode twice only served to imprint it entirely in my mind and cause me horrible nightmares. I'm sorry I stayed. The only theory we can think of is that the file was edited by someone in the chain from the drawing studio in here. The CTO was called in to analyze it when it happened. The analysis of the file did show that it was edited over by new material. However, the timestamp of it was a mere 24 seconds before we began viewing it. All equipment involved had been examined for foreign glitches, as if the timestamp may have glitched and showed the wrong time, but everything checked out fine. We didn't know what happened, and to this day, nobody does. There was an investigation due to the nature of the photos, but nothing came up. No child scene was identified, and no clues were gathered from the data, nor physical clues of the photos. I never believed in unexplainable phenomena before, but now I have something happen that I can't prove anything about it beyond anecdotal evidence. Think twice about things. All right. That's it.
All right. Well, that was something. That was a lot more graphic than
That is mortifying.
yeah, I
Drive me into depressive episodes.
Yeah, I think I almost experienced one.
Dear Lord. It was fucking awesome, but dear Lord. Oh, awesome reading though. Thank you.
Guys,
Problem.
suicide's a serious thing.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
yeah.
And so
okay,
and so
all right,
is
all right,
and
all
so
right.
is reviewing episodes for your shows.
Before Ryan possibly messes up talking about suicide, I'm just gonna say one thing. If you are feeling suicidal thoughts or are doing suicidal actions,
like cutting, or a lot of other shit.
I just want you to know that there is something to live for. There will always be something to live for. There is something out there that you will love, and there is possibly someone out there that will love you and that you will love. But there's always something that you can do. You are not useless. There's something out there for you. And if you are feeling suicidal thoughts or participating in suicidal actions, I recommend that you call 800-273-8255. That is
Which, if you live under a rock, that's the fucking suicide hotline.
That's the suicide hotline. And if you can't remember that, just call 911 and they'll help you. Okay? Please,
I wasn't
guys,
gonna mess it up, by the way.
don't
I was gonna stop
don't mess around.
and let you do it.
Yeah.
Guys, what's the number for 911?
God.
Don't mess around with this stuff.
Seriously,
Please.
it's actually.
We don't want. I don't want you guys to die. I care about you. Okay.
By the way, the only
I
reason
care
why I'm
about
making
you
jokes is
as
because
I
it's how
care
go.
about you as a person. I care about you as a person more than I care about you as a viewer. Okay. I want you to stay alive. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be good. Okay. That's what I'm here to bring you joy. In some sense. I'm here to bring you some type of relief for your busy week, right? And I hope I am doing that. Please stay alive. Thank you.
Please, for the love of God.
So,
By the way, the only reason why I crack jokes during things like this is because it's how I deal with a bad situation.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing. My jokes just aren't funny.
okay. So, give me your last words.
So, guys, in case you didn't know, there's another Hearth-related thing that we do on Saturdays called Hearth Plays. We got
Yeah,
an
there
episode
is.
coming up tomorrow night.
Yes.
This will be our 5th episode.
It will. It might. So the way we label the episodes is dependent on the game. So we have 3 episodes of Among Us out on YouTube already. We have 1 episode of Black Desert Online, which is an MMORPG. It's just me, Brandon, and Dan messing around. I believe that
All
Jason,
very funny.
Jason and Ryan were also in chat. It's a pretty fun time. Again, the point of these streams is that you walk away feeling good. At about something. I don't care about what it is, but
All that matters to us is that you guys have a smile on your face at the end of the stream.
Chameleon, it's usually an hour and 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
'Cause
So technically we're running over.
Yeah.
I know
That's
we
cool.
all have smiles on our faces at the end of every stream. I just had a mini stroke. Tony, you cursed me with your strokes.
You're welcome, bitch.
It's fine. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed this. Thank you very much.
And that is
Thank you
great
very
to
much.
know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
That
watching.
means, that means a lot more to us than you think it does.
It really does.
This has been a long adventure for me personally because I'm now hosting this thing, right? But let me go on a mini rant. Let me tell them the story of.
I am now hosting this thing like I have the last 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Really?
No. But
Don't say.
okay. So I've been trying at streaming ever since I was like 14. Right? Obviously, a 14-year-old was never gonna make it on Twitch, but I still tried regardless. So I've been trying for off and on for 5 years, and this is the first time that I've ever been able to keep an audience. And I really do think it's because of me just being myself and me just having fun with my friends. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to entertain people just by being me. And it makes me really happy that you enjoy this.
And we also love being on the podcast and helping him out.
We do.
Well,
we
support him, and we hope to entertain you guys as much as he is.
Because all the podcast really is just us hanging out just in front of a live audience.
We are literally just fucking throwing shit.
We're
being the dumbasses we normally are in a regular Discord call, just on a stream.
We are this random in real life. Trust me.
We are throwing pasta. We are literally throwing pasta at a wall and seeing which one sticks, and whatever sticks is our fucking podcast. And even then,
Tony, what are you talking about?
This is his Italian coming out.
This is not his Italian. I don't think an Italian would throw pasta at a wall. I honestly don't.
No, he'd be like, "You're wasting the pasta."
Look, man.
Hey,
it's called a backward shot.
What do you call? So it's always Friday nights. It is always Friday nights, 10 onwards. Usually it's about to 11:30, but obviously we run over sometimes.
We used to go to 12 o'clock.
Like we are now.
Yeah, we used to go to 12 o'clock, but it was getting a little much for some of our other members.
We were doing like 10 to 12:30.
Yeah, we were.
We were doing like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. But it was getting a little much for some of our working members because some of our members worked the following day or worked that day or did both. So I wanted to keep it easy on everyone, basically. But if you enjoyed this content, you can follow or you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also watch tomorrow. Tomorrow is basically the same goofy stuff, except we're playing games together. That's really what tomorrow is. So it's again, tomorrow starts at
10.
Is it 10 or is it 9?
It's 10.
It's 10. Tomorrow starts at 10.
God, I'm better at scheduling your own fucking stream than you are.
Shh, no one needs to know that, Ryan.
It's on stream. Too late now, bitch.
All right, so thank you so much for showing up, guys. Say your final words.
Thank you guys so much for joining. Remember to go check this podcast out on the YouTube channel. Just search it up in the search bar on YouTube. It should be just Explosheep, just without the underscore. And it should be this should be uploaded next week, I think. Right?
I think I'm aiming for tonight. Okay, here's the thing, because
I was gonna say you normally skew them.
I do skew them, but I want to try and catch up. But here's the thing: is now that we're doing the creepypasta stuff, I have to edit the creepypasta out, and it's not necessarily that takes a lot of time. It's just Twitch and YouTube take a really long time processing that type of stuff.
And now with your new AIO cooler,
it won't matter because their computers do it. My computer doesn't do it.
Anyway, let's speed run change final words. Andale.
All right, are we done saying the final words, Ryan?
No,
Dan
haven't said
final
anything.
words.
Good job, Brian. You fucking talked over Brandon. Brandon, say your thing.
That's their ship name.
What?
Brian.
Keep a smile on your face.
Yeah, keep a smile on
your head
your
above
face.
your chin. Yeah. And so long, Space Cowboys.
Is it possible to have your head below your chin?
God. Yes.
Dan, say something. Anything. All right,
good night, everyone.
Good enough.
All right.
Good night, everyone, and be good people.
All right, cool. All right. Thank you so much for listening to the Hearth podcast. The Late Night Hearth premieres every Saturday. I don't know if it's premiere. But the Late Night Hearth shows and opens every Friday, 10 p.m. onwards. We usually run over. We try and end at 11:30, but usually we run over. We also have a thing on Saturdays, 10 onwards. Hearth plays. We mess around. It's the same thing, except we're playing a video game. That's really the difference. I hope you all enjoyed, and remember, you will always have a home right here at the Hearth. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.